So thank you. My name is Tilly Chavez, and I'm the Vice President of Instruction. I hope you can hear me clearly now. And our President, Ricky Shabazz, is on the line, but for safety reasons, I'm going to go ahead and get the meeting started until he's able to join us in a little bit of time here. So as always, please note that College Council is the council that we're all here reporting to, and these are the constituency groups that you'll see. And if you have issues that you want to bring to the table, please please visit your constituents representatives here. So we're going to go ahead and get started with the roll call, and I'll go ahead and get us started, and I will call out each person that's in attendance and ask if they are here or not. So starting off with President Ricky Shabazz.
Here, and thank you, Tilly, for running the meeting so I can get back in front of my desktop.
Okay, no worries. Past President, Academic Senate, Paul Alexander.
And I'm here.
I am going to skip my own name since I've already introduced myself. Administrative Representative Aaron Detty.
Present.
Chair of Institutional Technology Council, Robbie Ewell.
Present.
Public Information Officer, Cesar Gumapas.
I am here.
Jocelyn Hill, our Supervisory Representative.
Present.
Nadia Mandalawi, our President of Chairs Cabinet.
Tilly, unfortunately, she won't be able to make it today.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Masa. And our President of Associated Students Government, ASG.
I'm here.
Destiny. And then we have Susan Murray, our Dean of Institutional Effectiveness and Chair of MPROC.
Present.
Thank you. Masa May, our President, Academic Senate.
Present.
John Parker, Vice President, Administrative Services.
Present.
Awana Payne, our President of Classified Senate. I thought I heard her say.
Hello, I'm here.
Okay, thank you. Denise Wisenhunt, our Vice President, Student Services.
Present.
Okay, thank you, everyone. And thank you for that roll call. We are going to table the minutes for our May 11th meeting at this moment in time. We're still trying to get those minutes prepared for all of you. So we're going to go ahead and move on. We're going to reshuffle the schedule a little bit. I know we also have a couple of guests here with us, and they will be introduced as we get to them. We are going to go ahead and get started with item number 4 on the agenda, which is the update on the Chancellor's mural unveiling. And Denise Wisenhunt, may I say, take it away?
Yes, thank you very much. We have, we're ready for tomorrow, which is the big day for the Chancellor's mural unveiling. It will start at 11 o'clock. I will put in the chat the link. You've all been sent the flyer in your work emails, but I'll also make sure that it's in the chat, the YouTube link, and I'm looking at Caesar too for the YouTube link too. And so it's going to be great. Special thanks to this entire campus community who came together to envision this effort. The artist is ready, and it will start at 11 o'clock. There will be performances, entertainment, some reflection. KSDS is involved in it. We'll play in the midst of their selections tomorrow. Some interesting information about our Chancellor. You will have the opportunity to learn a little bit more about that. And it's just going to be a really good day to celebrate her long-standing commitment to this entire district. But better way than to actually celebrate her presence on the flagship campus in the most diverse of all of our community colleges in our region, to have her. And so we're very excited about that, and the entire district. I'm sure there's going to be lots of people tuning in tomorrow. And thanks to our participatory governance committees who are actively involved in some of the decision-making, sending representatives together to make this all happen. So it's going to be really cool. It starts tomorrow at 11. And if you have any questions, let me know.
big shout out to Denise and that whole team. It's going to be amazing. Yay, good job.
Thank you. The YouTube link is on, so make sure, pass it. Members of the community are going to be logging in, lots of people.
This is a huge thing, a huge event for us. Thank you, Denise.
Yes. Oh, and let me just also say all of the proceeds for all of this goes to our Promise Fund. We have some amazing students. Some of our Jack Kent scholars are Promise students, started out as Promise students. So please be generous in your contributions as well. Thank you, Tilly.
Thank you. All right, we're move on into our next item, and we'll just keep on going from here. And I see that Dean Jeannie Tyler and Chair Justin Akers are here to join us, and I hope you can help me provide an update on the Chicanx mural as well.
Thank you for
Welcome.
that intro, Tilly. I'm actually, Justin Akers Chacon is here with us. Hi, Justin. Did you want to go ahead and provide that update?
Yes, thank you very much. Hello, everyone. Yeah, so our Chicanx mural has been developed. I was just waiting to see if I had a mock-up I could share, but oh yes, I do.
You want us to stop sharing?
I'm sorry?
Would you like us to stop sharing? So when you're
Yeah, I can. So I can just go through and do this. We'll do both at the same time. But so we've worked together, and thank you. First of all, thanks to President Shabazz, thanks to Vice President Wisenhunt and Vice President Chavez and Jeannie and Lori and everybody who's worked, very diligently, including the mural committee, who's been working on this for some months now. The update is that we're proceeding. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think this week is the final sign-offs have been affirmed. And so we're working with the artist who, a very outstanding artist who was selected through a process. Alicia Maria Su is her name. And so she has developed a more recent mock-up of the mural, but unfortunately today she said she could not get to her computer to send it to me. So I'm going to show you a very rough kind of first draft of it. So let me go to share here and see if I can find it here. There we go.
Justin, I'm just going to throw in there that the funding came from the San Diego Community College Foundation. Correct.
So if everyone can see this, this is, again, a very rough draft. It will look very different, just like the Chancellor's mural. If people haven't had a chance to see it, it's really impressive. So this is also a kind of similar process where this is errors that are going to be inscribed into the mural, and they're going to essentially be integrated in a very professional way. So, but what the mural represents is 50 years of the Chicano Studies Department, and it's kind of like an overlaying timeline of very significant events. And so the pictures embedded in this mural are of our students, of our faculty, and of our communities in different stages, kind of laid out across like a timeline. So if you look on the far left, there you'll see some images from the series of events that led to the creation of Chicano Park. A little bit of history there being that Chicano Studies students at City College played a role in helping to organize the community effort to get that park established. And so, so each of these kind of panels, once that's done, it'll be more clear, but each of these panels will tell a very significant piece of history of the Chicano Studies Department, both in terms of its academic accomplishments and commitments to our students, but also campus and community-based activism that has, continued the tradition that was established by the Chicano movement, which is one of community empowerment and advocacy. So, so to conclude, this should be starting soon, and we hope to have it finished by August. I think that's the date that was agreed upon.
Wow, that's beautiful. Any questions? Any Sharon, any thoughts or ideas?
No, just if I may, and thank you, Justin. And I'm a huge fan of Alicia's, and again, such a wonderful dedication to the legacy of the Chicana Studies Department. And I just want to remind everyone that we are City College, and our processes are firm and fair, but sometimes they take a while. And I just have without a doubt that once this is complete, and in the cafeteria, it's been shared in this venue before, the exact location. It is in the cafeteria on the east wall. That it's just going to be a wonderful, again, legacy and standing monument to that department. And Justin and the department, congratulations on 50 years, and you had your virtual commencement this past Saturday. So props to all of you. I'm a huge fan. Thank you.
Yeah, Justin, congratulations. I just want to say, it seems to me like it was just yesterday that we were having the conversation of that wall, and the conversation of a kind of like a timeline, right? And I'm just really impressed. It's my first time seeing that. So kind of taken back with that. I didn't expect, I don't know what I expected, to be honest with you. So congratulations on that.
Thank you. And I would be remiss if I didn't give a special shout out of thanks to President Ricky Shabazz, Vice President Denise Wisenhunt, and you as well, Vice President Tilly, in regards to Chicano Latina graduation. I just want to point out, and also, Jeannie, thank you again for working with us through this process with expertise and professionalism. But going back to the Chicano Latina graduation, I just want to emphasize how important it was this year, and the masterful work that everybody did to make this happen, including the people that I mentioned. We had 138 at the end of the day. Al fin de cuentas, we had 138 registrants and participants, which is a new record in our 50 years. So it's very fitting that in our 50th year, we have the largest number of registrants, including a number of people who emphasized in the registration that they wanted to be part of this historic event. And so not only that, but we had a great gift package to offer to our graduating students. Thanks to, again, President Ricky for providing the Black Studies and Brown Studies, Black Studies, Chicano Studies Matters t-shirts. The students really liked them. And then we offered them, of course, their certificates, the Mexican cultural sarape that go along with their graduation gown, and a program. We printed the program, and thanks to the people who were holding it up in the printing room. So this was a very special event. If you haven't got to see it yet, it's going to be online, and it's very moving, and it reproduces what we tried to do in the live presentations. And we had a lot of familias. We had a lot of people watching us through the live stream, so we know how important this is to our community, the families, and the younger brothers, sisters, cousins, primos, etc., that are going to be coming after them through this process. So again, thank you for everyone for your support, and we're all very happy and proud of City College and our students and their accomplishments.
It looks like Paul Alexander has his hand up.
Yeah, thanks, Justin, and to everybody who's been working on what a contribution to our campus, finally being able to have, representation of all of the amazing work. And I saw there's a guest appearance of one of our local authors in the mural as well. And so, having a mural that kind of represents not only students, but represents the work of our faculty members on campus, and for students to be able, and anybody who visits now, to be able to see that, I think it's a great step in the right direction. And hopefully we'll be able to continue beautifying our campus with kind of the rich culture that we have. So thank you, everybody, for kind of pioneering this. I mean, this is really one of the first murals we've had on campus in a very long time. And I know it was steeped in a lot of, there's a lot of effort to move forward to do it. And so, yeah, thank you, everybody, for showing us how it's done.
Thank you. Thank you, Paul. Any other comments? Hearing none. Well, Justin and Jeannie and everybody else that has participated in this effort, congratulations. I don't know that are we needing to vote on anything at this moment in time? That's my question. I don't know if this is just.
No,
preliminary.
Tilly, this matter has already been voted on and approved. We were just giving an update. We thought people going into the summer, being that it may be completed in August, might want an update on the status of the mural. And I echo appreciation and thanks to everyone involved. Looking forward to seeing it. And I couldn't think of a better place for this mural to be. As Paul mentioned, every student who goes into the cafeteria, every employee, visitor that goes into the cafeteria is going to see this wonderful mural.
Thank you. Good job. Thank you very much. Okay, well, then I'll keep us moving onto the agenda. And, I don't know if I'm the one just moving us along, Ricky, real fast or what, but we're already on item number 6, and that's our strategic planning cycle. And Susan Murray, we're going to turn it over to you. Do you need to be able to share the screen?
Yes, I do. Thank you. So this.
Everybody had, just so you know, everybody automatically has share rights, so you don't need to ask. You can just share the screen.
Thank you so much,
Thanks,
Erin.
Erin.
And,
You're
you know,
welcome.
big shout out to you, Erin, for keeping us on task.
Thanks. Sorry to interrupt.
No worries.
That's all right. So this item is returning after first being presented several months ago. This is a recommendation coming from MPROC, our College Planning Council, about the length of our strategic planning cycle. And what we are proposing, and I believe this is going to be an action item for College Council's approval today, is to move to a 7-year strategic planning cycle. We discussed just how much work goes into the creation of a plan, and across the district, all of the colleges are moving to longer cycles, same with the district's strategic plan. We also want to avoid a situation where we are trying to engage in development of a strategic plan. At the same time, we are trying to prepare for our more intensive reporting to ACCJC. So this sketches out what this would look like. They're both on 7-year cycles, so this way they can alternate. And one of the things that we have spent a lot of time on in the work group that's leading the IEPI committee review project is how do we integrate the other institutional plans that the college develops, because those need to connect to the strategic plan and are also need to inform each other. So this is what we've been starting to map out in terms of some of the other institutional documents and how they would fit in. So we would be completing a new strategic plan this fall. We've already started on the update last year, but though we have had some delays due to having to work remotely. We've started on our facilities master plan, and that is underway and we'll be heading toward approval next year. Our equity plan, enrollment management plan, professional development plan are all also existing documents that have regular updates, and we can bring others into this diagram as needed. But this also lets us know when we will have our institutional self-evaluation report in development, when we'll be working on a midterm report to ACCJC. So that's kind of the overall intention, is that these other plans will be identified in our new committee structure in terms of the particular group that has the lead responsibility. so that everyone knows where that input should be directed. But for now, what we're looking at is just this 7-year cycle for the strategic plan as the recommendation that we want to bring forward to College Council at this point in time. So I will stop sharing and see if there are questions.
More of a comment, Susan. Wow, those dates sure go out pretty far, don't
Yeah.
they?
Yeah, and in talking with John, the horizon for a facilities plan is even longer than that. Because once you do the needs assessment and create the plan, then you're talking about a building program, and that can take years to accomplish. So,
But what I'll say about that is I really enjoy seeing that, because then the college knows exactly where we are, what part of the cycle, not have to sit there and try to add up on your fingers where we are, when we're going into the next piece. Coming back myself from that accreditation places before, it's just very helpful to help us plan. Did you hear that, Ricky? I said the word plan. So it does help us as a college to make those future plans, right? And allow everybody to get themselves their program review, et cetera, to be on those cycles as well. Thank you. Any questions for Susan?
So Tilly, this is an action item. If we can take a motion for approval of the recommended modification in the length of years that these plans exist.
Well said. Do we have a motion?
Well, I think Masa has a question. Tilly.
Great.
Yeah, I just was gonna do that. Move to approve this plan.
I'll second that.
So Masa moved to approve, and we had Aaron Deddy, was it to second?
Yes.
Thank you. Is it the green markings or your hands up that we're going to ask for a vote on this? And you can either go to your participants. I need to go down there and take a look, and okay, everybody's already working on their way. And if you're not able to, because safety reasons, I'll just take it as a thumbs up. Green lights are all lighting up. That means myself. And it looks like we have, oops, 10 yeses. I will ask to see if there's any no's. And any abstentions, whether that be whatever direction you want. Hearing none, it looks like it's a unanimous vote to pass the plans of the strategic planning cycle. Congratulations, Susan. Or congratulations, City College.
yes. Yes, and this is on behalf of MPROC. So thank you, and we will bring this back and continue to work on building it out.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. So I guess we just will continue to move on to our agenda. Next on our agenda, we have an update on hiring. And on this one, we can stop sharing, Caesar, at this point in time. I don't know that we needed to share on this one. So recently, the president sent out a newsletter that really had all the updates about hiring. So I just wanted to just highlight those. We're going to just bring an update to make sure everybody, knowing that we're going into summer as well, that we just want to make sure everybody knows what's happening. And if I've heard Ricky, what he said before, I'm going to use his words, and that is that there's no summer magic going on. And that's why we're wanting to make sure everybody is aware of what is happening. And so there are several positions. We have a couple of retirees that are happening very soon. And we'll talk about the retiree party in a little bit of time. But for right now, we do have our two dean positions that are going up for posting, and that would be the Dean of Math Science and Nursing Education. We also have a Dean of Health, Exercise Science, and Athletics. We have an acting position in that right now, and that one will be posted as well as the Dean of Behavioral Social Sciences and Consumer Family Studies, as well with the retirement in that one, and the Math Science and Nursing, excuse me. So those three positions will be posted, and hopefully we get our committees going this summer and be able to have those moving forward before long. Ricky, you want me to go ahead and mention the faculty positions as well, I assume, on there. So we have moved forward that we have the behavioral health counselor position that we hope to be posted before long. And then we have a photography faculty position that will be posted, and a nursing faculty position. We also have a theater technician position that might be seeing these really soon. It's just the processes that we also have in our system, that making sure we have our committees set before announcements go out, et cetera, on that piece of it. And there is one other one that I did miss in mentioning, and that is the Associate Strong Workforce. The Dean of Associate Strong Workforce has been empty for about a year now, and we've realized the workload is just really more than what we thought it was going to be. So that's when there is the funding there available for it, and we've been given permission for that one to move forward as well. Ricky, did you want to say anything about the hiring positions?
Yeah, there's also a supervisor position in financial aid that's currently in recruitment. And so as we receive funding either from the state or the district, and or as people resign or move on to other opportunities, we are in the process of hiring. Both Tilly and John will be assisting with a interim position for the Vice President of Students. I want to formally congratulate our very own Denise Wisenhunt on her pending appointment as the president of Rosemont College. While we're so sad that she's leaving, we are super happy that she is getting this well-deserved opportunity. So we will be looking to post the position as a acting and a permanent position thereafter. And Tilly and John will be coordinating all of the manager recruitments, and we're working with the academic senate leadership as well as our classified and our SPA to identify people to serve on these permanent replacements or hires for these vacant positions.
Thank you, Ricky. Are there any questions, comments from the council?
One other thing, and the reason why we're making this announcement is we work with the constituency groups to place people on these hiring committees. So if you are in student services and you want to be on the hiring committee for the vice president of students, then certainly reach out to Jocelyn or reach out to Awana, and vice versa. If you're in instruction and you want to be on the hiring committee for one of these dean positions or the faculty positions, and I must say that one of the faculty positions is a non-instructional faculty position in student services, because there are those amongst us that are keeping track of where the positions are, and we're doing our very best to fill positions. The college has a lot of needs, and we're trying to tackle them one at a time. One of the faculty positions hiring is a mental health professional that we are super excited to add to the already amazing mental health team led by Leslie Easton.
Nice shout out. Thank you, Ricky. Any questions, Paul? Did you want, I thought I saw a hand up. There you go.
Yep. I don't know if this is the right time to say it, but I got to say it at some point. I've never been so sad for myself and for our campus, and so happy for an individual like Dr. Denise Wisenhunt, and having had the honor to, be a faculty member with her as VP, but also as interim president, has been an absolute honor. Grossmont is absolutely lucky and blessed to have you over there. And so I just wanted to make sure that I said thank you for all of the work that you've done, for being a leader and an example and encouragement for all of us. I think it means a lot to us, particularly as Black faculty members, as Black students, and as Black people in San Diego. So nothing but well wishes for you and grudgingly the Grossmont district. So yeah, thank you so much for all that you did, and super proud for you to be over there. And as unfortunate it is for us, I think it's time, and it's well deserved. So congratulations.
Thank you. Don't make me cry.
That's why you wear glasses right now. It's okay.
Yeah. And now would probably be a good time to say that we are planning an appropriate send-off for our colleague, our sister, our City College family member, Denise Wisenhunt. We are planning something for Tuesday at 12:30 on June 29th. It is going to be a virtual party with select individuals being invited in person, and there will be more information about that as I am about a block away from my house picking up my daughter. So I will be logging onto my desktop momentarily.
No worries, Ricky. Thank you. Oh, yes. So we could spend the entire time talking about Denise, and I know she would be uncomfortable, but we would all feel great about talking about Denise. But heart goes out to you, Denise. Thank you. And so now we'll come back up. And John, are we ready to get started with item number 2 on the agenda?
I don't see that Angelo has joined us. If we can move on to the next item and wait for
Well,
him.
you know what I was wondering, John, is maybe you and I can start that off a little bit, because we've had those conversations, right? Maybe we can start off with what Angelo will be coming to do.
Yeah, I can tee it up. Angelo actually has presented to the Health and Safety Committee as well as Academic Senate regarding our HVAC system, the balancing, air exchange, the automated control system that we use, which is highly technical, which is why I invited him, because he can explain it much more intelligently than I can. The system that we use is called Automated Logic, and it looks something like a command control center, if you will. He can pull up and control the lighting and the HVAC from his computer at home, even from a smart device, his iPhone as well. We were just talking about that today, where we requested the air be turned on in my office because I'm here regularly. And the air was actually turned on, but I wasn't feeling anything. And so he went into the computer and he says, oh, well, the air is on. Your office is at 78 degrees, but there's a valve that's not opening. So we've called a vendor to come in and check it out. That's how automated and awesome this system is. But one thing that he's explaining as well, and I wanted him to present, he'll show on the screen, you can actually see the animation of the airflow, where they can control the pressure. They can add extra filter, if you will, for a room. They can control the balancing all on screen, and you can see the parts moving. And he'll show that once he does join us. But one thing that he did assure us is that all of our buildings at City College meet the CDC's requirement of MERV 13 filters. In fact, we have some buildings that are MERV 14 and 15. With the exception of the gym, obviously, because it does not have an HVAC system. But we did receive communication yesterday from the district that all HVAC systems throughout the district have been upgraded to meet the air filtration standards recommended by the CDC. That doesn't include us because ours were already updated. All of our buildings were updated, but presumably at the other campuses, they are now current and meeting the CDC MERV 13 requirement. So as soon as he logs back in, he can just give you a nickel tour of the system, the automated logic system and how it works.
Perfect. And Ricky, it looks like you are getting yourself situated. And if you're ready to, we can go back, we can come back to the presentation from Angelo, but go ahead and continue on to number 3, if you like.
Yeah, thank you, Tilly, and thank you to everyone who made it possible. Many of us are parents trying to do double duty, and my 11-year-old got out of class at 2:30, so I had to drive over there and pick her up. And so thank you to Tilly for driving the ship, and Denise and John, Caesar, Aaron for making it possible for me to go over there and get her back home safely. I was on campus today, and so many of us have been on campus for some time. Many of us never even left campus. So as John was mentioning, we're getting a number of questions about returning to work. Hopefully everyone had a chance to review the latest email from Greg Smith, our Vice Chancellor of Human Resources. And let me just go on record for those who are concerned. There has never been a discussion about bringing people back unless it was absolutely safe to do so. And so I thought it was cool seeing Angelo's demonstration, but for sake of the matter, we've gone through the participatory governance process at both the district and the college to showcase the technology that is available in these buildings with in regards to HVAC. And so maybe we, John, can have Angelo come back at a later date. I know he was dealing with the same thing I was in terms of childcare and making sure that his children got back safely. And this is something that's real, folks, as we have conversations with our managers, our classified professionals, our faculty, supervisors. We want to be as flexible as possible because schools are open, but they're not open as they were prior to COVID. And so childcare is going to be a challenge, not only for our students, but also for our employees. And, we have to think through these things as we consider opening. And I would invite everyone to join us in our next College Council meeting in June. We've agreed to continue to meet. And let's just invite Angelo back, John, next meeting, because Tilly and the vice presidents will showcase our return back with the goal of nearly 25%. As I transition back to number 3, Caesar, let's go ahead and share the agenda so we can bring an action item back for a second review and an actual voting. And I mentioned last meeting, and I've been in a number of arenas, meetings where we've talked about the board's desire to name a building in the district after Dr. Constance M. Carroll. That did not coincide with our mural process, but nonetheless, we're very excited that the board would like to name a building at City College, the flagship of the San Diego Community College District, after Dr. Carroll. They've chosen the AH building. We've outlined in emails to the campus why City College was chosen, why the Arts and Humanities building was chosen. We included information from Dr. Kelly Mayhew and others who are in support of this. We worked with Jeannie Tyler to meet with the chairs in the building. I've largely only received positive feedback. Certainly one individual reached out to me, and I want to thank that individual because it was a very professional and intriguing discussion about that person's position. The person asked to remain in confidence. I did share that information with the board. And so what I would like to do now is continue the discussion to see if there is someone who would like to make a formal motion to name the AH building in the honor of Dr. Constance Carroll.
Yeah, I'd like to make that.
Thank you, Paul. We've got a first by Paul Alexander. Would someone like to second the motion?
I'd like to second it.
And I believe that was Denise who seconded the motion. Is there any further discussion on this matter? And Caesar, if we can unshare now so we can see one another.
I think, Jocelyn, did you say at the same time?
Yeah, but that's okay.
No, I'll retract my motion to allow Jocelyn to do it. I apologize. It's big thing, it's big
For
thing.
the-
So
for
let's
the
have Jocelyn
record-
second it. I'm sorry. That's
For the
possible.
record, we're going to have a first by Paul and a second by Jocelyn.
Thank you.
Dr. Hill.
Yes.
And any further discussion on the matter? Hearing no further discussion, as we were taught by Masa, frankly, how to use the technology in Zoom, all those, well, let me do it this way. Is there anyone who would like to abstain from the vote? Hearing none, all of those in favor indicate so by using the reaction feature and using the green button. If you are in opposition, hearing no one wanting to abstain, please use the red X button. We had discussion. Seems like this matter is going to pass unanimously. And I will pass that information on to the Board of Trustees. This matter will be appearing on the June 10th, I believe, board meeting agenda, and the matter of City College being in support of the board naming the AH building after the great Dr. Constance M. Carroll. The matter passes. Thank you, everyone. Caesar, if we could share the agenda again.
I believe we are on item 8, Ricky.
Thank you. And I'm going to invite our colleague, the president of the Classified Senate, Awana Payne, to provide an update on Classified Appreciation Week. Super excited about this, and I'll chime in once Awana provides an overview. And if we could unshare again, Caesar. Awana. And I know Awana is on vacation, which shows her dedication to our college. She actually met with me on Monday and is joining us, and she may be experiencing some internet. So let me get started. Let's go back to sharing, and then Awana, we lost Awana. If she joins us, we'll go back in. So the week of June 7th through June 11th is Classified Appreciation Week. We honor our classified professionals with a number of activities being put on by the Classified Senate. We will issue a small token of appreciation of $20, which is the money we would have used if we were having an in-person lunch for our service awards. I believe the service awards.
Awana is back.
Oh, Awana.
Hello, sorry, I'm on the road.
No worries, Awana. I was just on the road myself. I know how it is. Anything specific you want to share with those watching in College Council about Classified Appreciation Week, June 7th through 11th?
Sure, I mean, we have events from Monday through Friday. Monday is the Classified Employee Service Awards. We have a Classified Senate office hour that day. Tuesday, we're doing a return to campus or reopening forum. Wednesday, we are doing a drive-through where we'll provide classified with a swag bag. Thursday is the social day, and Friday is our retreat. We'll be preparing a flyer to go out in the next president's newsletter, I believe. And then the campus will get the information regarding Classified Service Awards Monday, June 1st. And some of that information will be in the newsletter as well. I can answer any specific questions if people had those.
And Caesar, let's go ahead and unshare. I know Awana and I were talking earlier, and Aaron, I believe, is the administrative representative. we like to secure some managers, supervisors, Jocelyn, to help with the drive-through if we could. And John, let's get rid of those t-shirts that are occupying your area. So Awana, we have a number of t-shirts now. Everybody may not get the same one because there are 10 of this one and 20 of that one. But we would love to add to the swag bag. And Aaron and Jocelyn, if we could secure some managers and supervisors to help with the activity, Awana and I would be so very appreciative of that.
Can I ask the drive-through what day it is again?
I believe the drive-through is on Wednesday. It's either Wednesday or Thursday. We'll get that information to you. We'll have a full calendar. We're working on the edits. We'll get it out, but we wanted people to save that particular week. And we will be mailing each classified staff member a small token of appreciation, a $20 gift card, which would have went to the luncheon we would have had for the service awards. And we've also added the SPA members because certainly we appreciate them too, even though Jocelyn is working on a separate day for them. But we're going to send them out at the same time. Any questions or comments about Classified Appreciation Week?
Well, not to be petty, but the mention of shirts just kind of, jogged my memory. How does one go about getting one of those black and brown Education Matters shirts is what I'm wondering.
John, are there any remaining of those shirts?
I think he's talking
I don't recall which shirt that is.
That is the Chicano and Black Studies shirt.
Oh, I'm sorry. Got it. Oh, we have tons.
Be careful, John. This is being broadcast on YouTube.
May I defer to Justin?
Acres.
We just picked them up within the last 2 weeks, so I shouldn't say we have tons. I will defer to Justin.
That's okay. I know it's not all about me. That College Council isn't about Paul Alexander, and so I only want one. As long as I can get that one, I'm happy.
So Paul, if you would email John, we'll make sure we send you and anyone else until they run out. Email John Parker, and he's running a t-shirt business on the side when he's not providing assistance to the college. But the truth of the matter is, frankly, I went to his office, I think last week, and I saw all these boxes of just random shirts. And I promised that I would help him get these shirts out of these offices.
So we have a new wing in the T building. It's called the Garment District at City College, and Dina runs it, actually.
So we would, if you do want a shirt, I can't promise what the shirt will be, and I can't promise what sizes we have. But I can promise we have some shirts we would like to send you if you want one, just so we can get these shirts out of there. So Paul, we will get you one of those shirts. Email John Parker, tell him to send you a shirt. If you do not have a City College shirt, we will put you to the front of the line and make sure you get a City College shirt. Any other comments about Classified Appreciation Week or these shirts that we would like to get get them out of the storage? Yes.
I guess I just wanted to, for Awana, because I've been remembering the very first one that I didn't really go over. I just made sure as many classified employees were present. So I'm just going to do a shout out for that piece, is for all of us managers, supervisors. Please encourage your classified staff to participate in this week, right? And allow them to be part of that, because it's really for them, and this is a great time. So I just wanted to say, please keep that up in top of your head.
Thank you, Tilly, and I think we all concur with that. The classified professionals have our support, and Jocelyn is shaking her head yes. So even the supervisors are saying the same thing. If you are a classified staff member and you would like to attend one of the events when the activities come out, you have the college's support. You all are on the front lines. In fact, another thing we're doing for the facilities team that week, either Monday or Tuesday, we are bringing them in and hosting a taco truck. It would probably, John, be appropriate to have tacos on Tuesday. I don't know, but we are bringing in some food to support our classified professionals who are still on campus, the facilities team. And so shout out to the facilities team. We see you all. We appreciate everything you all do for our campus. Masa, is that still a hand?
Yes, just wanted to say on behalf of the faculty, we appreciate all you do for us and for campus. We can't do what we love to do, whether you're counseling or instructional faculty, without your support. So just wanted to take this place to collectively say thank you so much.
Thank you, Masa, as Paul claps his hands. The thing about being on Zoom and YouTube is people on YouTube could only see the people who are talking, but everybody is nodding their head in agreement to Masa's point. Caesar, if you'll share the agenda again.
Can I make one comment regarding the classified professionals?
Absolutely, Jocelyn.
I really want to say thank you to you, Dr. Shabazz, and to Awana for including SPA. So I want to publicly say thank you, and to Awana and your classified Senate leadership team. Thank you for all showing appreciation to our classified professionals. It's definitely well deserved. And on behalf of SPA, we are so appreciative because we could not do the work we would not be able to do without our frontline folks. So thank you for holding it together for us and allowing us to be able to still carry on the services for our students and keeping us all together. So just thank you.
Great, Jocelyn. And I want to just be clear, City College is an inclusive environment, and we love everybody on our team, titles aside. We just support one another. And so whatever we can do to showcase that support, we're willing to do. Speaking of support, number 9 is the meeting schedule for Summer College Council. We are working with Tilly, Masa, and the Senate exec team to identify those faculty members and those committees who continue to need to meet because planning is occurring. There is still a pandemic going on. We send our thoughts to all of those impacted by COVID. And there are some very close to us who are affected by COVID. And so we will meet again on June 22nd. We'll take a break. Many people are going places the first couple of weeks of June. We'll come back June 22nd, during which Tilly, the vice presidents, will showcase the return to campus plan, their respective areas and what we're thinking as we move closer to 25%. John, that'll be a good day to have Angelo there to showcase the filtration system, HVAC system during that time. And we'll also showcase some of the other year-end events that we have going on. We'll probably do an update on the hiring then. We'll probably be further along with the hiring of our vacancies. With that said, are there any other announcements for the good of the order? I echo Jeannie's statement about the Chicano grad. I had a chance to log on. Great job, Justin, and everybody who was involved with that process. Are there any other updates or announcements for the good of the order?
Ricky, if you don't mind, I just wanted to echo when you're talking about June 22nd, that we'll talk about the plan and to sharing in the future. I just want to keep saying something that we've been saying for a little while, and that anything we start to share today and even on June 22nd will change on June 22nd in the evening, just because that's the nature of how things change, right? Just that it's a continuously evolving. I do appreciate all the emails that I've been receiving of people clarifying, asking questions. When in doubt, that's what I've been taught, is to just clarify as much as you can. And all we can do is do the best we can. We don't know what's going to look like in September or August, but we can try.
Great, thank you, Tilly. And a couple other people who deserve a credit, everyone who helped out with the nursing penny ceremony on Saturday. Folks, you all missed an amazing event. Dee and her team, the facility set up was amazing. The nurses were out there having a great time. The nursing students came with their families, and City College is on the forefront of placing additional healthcare workers out there to help with this pandemic. And so congratulations to the nurses who are going out into the workforce. Marciano, Student Affairs, and everyone on the graduation commencement committee. The drive-through was even more amazing. Had a great time. We made the newspaper and the media. It was so great to see our students come in with their families. It was great to see one another. The energy on the campus during both of those drive-throughs was just tremendous. Reminded me of why I love our college. We get along so very well. It is the best place on the planet to work. So kudos to everyone involved with commencement ceremonies. This Friday is the virtual commencement. So please tune in to support our students and their accomplishments of either a certificate, a degree, and/or transfer. Any other announcements, updates for the good of the order? Please tune in tomorrow. Denise and her team, Dez, Eric, Sean, Majda. I know I'm leaving someone out. There's so many people behind the scenes that are making this mural event take place tomorrow. If you haven't seen the mural, it is one, I'm biased, but it's one of the best murals I've ever seen. Was impressed with the Chicano Studies mural. We are putting our processes into practice. And so I invite you to join us tomorrow, where we acknowledge the great work and the legacy of Dr. Constance M. Carroll. That'll be it, folks. We'll see you all next month. Everyone be safe. Have a